Oh yeah, it's that time of year, baby. The Real Men's Wish List. So as you know, every year I come out with the Real Men's Wish List, which is just a list for dudes to, show their ladies or whoever's in their life, mom, dad, partner, whoever, to get some ideas for things that maybe they would like. This is just stuff throughout the year I've used, and I really like this year. I think it's a good value, and the majority of it is made in the USA, with the exception of one thing. Everything else is made in the USA. So let's get started. Now you all are probably wondering, where can you get this stuff? Well, before I get started, the links are down below.
Go to the extraction point, Ethan. Go to the extraction point! Oh, you're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Okay, I can wait.
Alright, so let's first start out with a stocking stuffer. You can stack that stuffing with a sock. This is a Cloudline. This is a vintage kind of sock that they have. And I have both versions, so they make a lighter weight version as far as the cushioning and stuff goes. So this is more of a mid-weight that I have here. But I'll put a link down below to both. Right now I'm wearing the really thin one, which is more like summertime or just a regular sock. And this is the thicker one. So I'll put a link down below to these. You're looking at about 20 bucks a pop. I think I got them for 16, but Amazon always fluctuates. But a great American-made sock. Now for the outdoor person in your life, DST Tent by Seek Outside. This is awesome. I've had it outside for a little while in my backyard. It's actually still there, that's why it's not in here. But this is a great tarp. You can put it in like a zillion different kind of configurations. Just do a basic A-frame. You can close in the back like I like to do. I've had it outside, and ironically it started snowing and being really windy one day, and it held up fine. So if you're looking for at least what I would consider a nice hunting or backpacking tarp, super lightweight, lots of different configurations, check out the DST by Seek Outside. You're looking at around 100 bucks. Alright, next up is Swift Ammunition. This is high-grade ammunition. Now Swift for years and years and years has been making bullets, but they more recently, in the recent years, have come out with actual ammunition that they load themselves. And this is great. It's the most accurate ammunition I've used, and it's super deadly, which goes for a nice ethical kill if you're hunting. So this is my favorite 308 round, and at least it works well on my guns. You gotta try different rounds, different grains, different bullet weights and stuff to see what works in your gun. But this works great for my 308s that I have. So about 55 bucks, a nice box of Swift high-grade ammunition. Now everyone needs a good set of knives in their life. And this is our set of knives. This is Gordon Ramsay. Let's say here, Royal Doulton. You can see there on the bottom, Royal Doulton. This set is under 100 bucks. Depends on when you find it. Amazon prices kind of fluctuate, but this chef's knife right here, I've been using this for a year. This is awesome. I like all the knives in here, but I use that one the most. You're gonna use a chef's knife the most if you're cooking. But it comes with like a bread knife. Was it Sudoku? I'm not a huge fan of those in general. But everything can get really sharp. It keeps an edge. You come with paring knife, regular, looks like a steak knife. But yeah, these are really good. Got these, used them for a year. Really like them. Let's see if we can get that on camera. So we've been using these, like I said, for a year. I really like these knives, and it comes with this cool container, which is kind of like you just stick it in there and it stays. You can see that? Stick it in there. What we actually do is we take the rest of our knives that we own and we put them in this. So this is just our knife block. And you see like wood knife blocks and stuff, but this is like holding up super well. So wash and dry your knives, throw them in here. This is great for 100 bucks or under. You're gonna keep this for a long time. I haven't seen any issues with these whatsoever, as long as you hand wash and dry. Don't throw these in the dishwasher. You get a good knife, don't throw it in the dishwasher. So next up is a Leupold stock. Some people are gonna be like, this is over $1,000. Why would you spend $1,000 on a rifle scope? Well, I do like to hand things down through the years. So as you can see here, this is their VX5HD 3 to 15 44 amazing. Glass is super clear. I love this turret on the top. You see this little button right here? Push this button and you make your adjustments, and then your adjustment locks in, which is great. Once you get to where you want, move it, see if you can hear it. Hear that? So it locks it in, so you don't need to cover the top or whatever, which makes it quick for you to say, oh, I need to, I'm going a little farther out, I need to make an adjustment. Boom, make the adjustment, or you can lock it in. So really nice when you're out there and you need to make an adjustment. You don't got to take the top off and whatever, what have you. But on the side for your windage, they do have a cover on the windage. So I like the design. It's a smart design. 3 to 15 is a great range. Some people do like 3 to 10 or 2 to 10, but 3 to 15 gives you that extra range while keeping the low side relatively low at a 3 power. Like I said, I tried this recently, bought one for myself on the new hunting rifle that I'm putting together, which is something coming up next. But yeah, over $1,000 is going to be an investment, but you're going to love the fact that you bought this scope. So next up is the American Predator. This is a 18-inch 308 barrel. They make other calibers, obviously. But as you know from watching from the channel, I like to have one gun that does something really well. I don't like to buy cheap stuff. So for $425, you can get into this gun. And the main thing that people don't like is the stock. Can you get by with the stock? You could. You could watch my video on raising a cheek weld, put some foam right here, put a pad over it. You can get your cheek, rise your cheek weld up. So you can get by with it, and you have your great rifle for $425. People say, oh, it's only an 18-inch barrel, but you got to take into consideration that the majority of people are not going to go hunting and take something at more than 100 yards. Majority of people aren't going to do that. So complaining that this isn't going to shoot 1,000 yards very accurately, just due to the size of the barrel, the length. I mean, come on. Majority of people aren't taking shots over 100 yards, even 200 yards. And this is going to do absolutely perfectly. I used one of these recently, really liked it, and the value at $425 is awesome. Now some people might be wondering, what the hell is this log right here? What's that? This is our Yule log from last year. And you gotta keep it and then burn it the following year. So we burned the majority of it last year. So I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm going to probably do a log on log fire this year with the old Yule log and then the new one for this year. So the 21st winter solstice, listen to that. Oh yeah, it's on. Now next up does go in line with this, which is a Boyd's Gunstock. I'm going to put a Gunstock on this from Boyd's. It's their Prairie Hunter series, so it has the Monte Carlo stock that comes up, matches your cheek weld with your scope. It's wood, it's old school. It's going to really outfit this rifle nicely if you want to get away from this stock that it comes with. So I like to do things that I can hand down through the generations, and I can do that by taking this off of this stock, putting it on a nice wood stock from Boyd's. So that stock's going to be about $450. So between the gun and the stock, you're looking at about $800, give or take. Or you can get a different stock from Boyd's. I just like the Prairie Hunter because it has the Monte Carlo stock, and it's a little lighter weight. But anyway, you can do that, Boyd's Gunstocks, and outfit your rifles, all kinds of rifles, not just this one. But that's what I'm doing with this one. So I recommend you get a Boyd's Gunstock. Like I said, $450 for the one that I'm looking at. But they make different ones. They start at like $200. But if you have a rifle like this that you're like, I really don't like the stock on it, but I love the accuracy and the feel of the rifle, check out getting a new stock. Now one thing you could do, and this is something I did this year. I didn't realize how many projects I did this year. But, make something for someone. I made this axe for my father-in-law. I made some other axes for some other people in my family. Just went on eBay, bought a vintage axe head, and you'll see this video next week. Just a Craftsman, vintage axe head, sharpened it, put it on a nice 36-inch handle. But making it a gift for someone also is pretty cool, I think. If I were to get something that someone handmade and put some time into and some care and craft and tried, I think I'd be pretty happy. So make something for someone. if there's a guy in your life, you know, maybe your father, and you are kind of out of options, they don't really, you know, have a ton of stuff that they want, you know, they're pretty content, make them something, you know, make them an axe or something. I found this on eBay. Made this whole axe. So this head cost me 40 bucks. This cost me, I think, 10 shipped. And the handle was 20, 1060. So about 65 bucks, I put this together. Could you find an axe head that's in worse shape that you know, fix up more? That you can get really, you know, a much cheaper axe head? You could. But, you know, I don't think 65 bucks is out of the question. If you get an axe like this nowadays, you're looking at a lot of money if you buy it new. So I don't think that's a ton of money. So for around 50 bucks, you can make an axe for someone in your life. Now the one thing people ask me all the time, since I can't recommend Wetterlings anymore. So Haltefors or Haltbruks, I recommend those now. And you can get these on eBay. These Haltefors or Haltsbruk. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. They make it for Haltefors, so they're same company. This one is just a nice little axe. I use it out here for my firewood for our fire pit. We don't have a fireplace yet, but we do have a fire pit, so we do that. And this is my favorite, like, go-to axe. It just ticks all the boxes I need ticked, and holds up really well. The grain on it is almost dead perfect. They make a really good axe, and this is the axe I recommend. They make different sizes, so you'll have to check that out and kind of do that for yourself. You know, what size do you want if you're going to get one? But I recommend Haltefors, or if you see Haltbruks, I also recommend that brand because they're the same thing. But I've used this for a while now, probably about 2 or 3 years, and it's been my go-to. Love it. So that's a 2020 Real Men's gift wish list. I hope that helped you out and gave you some ideas. Give you ideas from under 20 bucks to up to 1,400 bucks for scope and everywhere in between. So a lot of different things, and even making something for yourself, like the axe I made for some of my family members, axes I've made for some of my family members, you know, stuff like that you can make as well. So hope this helped you out. Links down below, and until next time.